Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the Hobby King Cessna TTX. I've had it for a while and I've been meaning to build it, but I've been trying to replace the undercarriage because it's extremely small and wouldn't work on our flying field. I've now got all the parts. I'm going to start the build, so let's get the bits out of the box. And there it is, all laid out. So just before we move on, this is the size of the actual tyre that came with this aircraft. These are the options I looked at. Have this one. So these are the tyres, I have 3 of each. Then finally I decided on this one. Now the reason for going for this one is purely down to weight. The Cessna TTX model has a 1 to 1.3 power to weight ratio, which should make it an excellent performer. These wheels are significantly heavier than the one the model came with, which would take away that power to weight ratio. Might not take all of it away, but I didn't really want to bite into it. So I used these, and these are a little bit heavier as well. So the trick that I've done on the main undercarriage is to cut this centre hub out, fit the existing wheel where the hub should be and glue them together. The end result is a bit of a rough looking wheel, to be honest, but it works perfectly and I haven't had to replace any other item. And there's a huge reduction on the weight compared to these two. And this acts as the front wheel. Now, in order to do that, the front wheel spar, as you can see here, has a little kink in it. And this size wheel would not go over it. Let's make a replacement. This gauge wire is a little bit thicker than the one it came with, but after a little bit of filing, I've got it on. This will now fit over there very nicely, and with this in the right place here, it sits very nicely indeed, and it's a good height above the grass. This is just locked here to stop myself losing it. Now there's nothing to do on the wing really. The wing is all one piece. Servos and flaps are already connected. It's got lights, they're already connected. And there's not even any wiring because all the wiring goes to this central panel here, and these pins are sprung loaded. So when you attach the fuselage onto the wings, it connects everything up. Horizontal stabilizer. Carbon spars running through it to give it some reinforcement. And they are foam hinges, so eventually, I won't do it now, but I will run a tape hinge along the top, just to give it a little bit of extra protection. And indeed the wings, the flaps on the wings are plastic hinges, which are beautiful, and the way they operate is fantastic. The ailerons are also reinforced here, but they are hinged, as in foam hinges. So again, I will add a strip of tape across the top. And for my hinge tape, I use a strong, clear packing tape. I'll have the rudder. These wheel pants are no good at all. We have a goodie bag, and in the goodie bag we have a few clevises, an Allen key, some nuts and bolts for joining the wings together, and a plastic chrome looking spinner. But this is very nice, you actually get two props, so you automatically get your spare prop. Now with the bigger wheels, the aircraft is about ½ an inch higher, so there's actually ½ an inch more clearance between the prop and the ground, which is not a bad thing. So the instructions tell us to install the wire undercarriage. Now the real interesting thing about this is there's no bracing, there's nothing that holds it in place. It literally just goes on. That's it. There we are. So let's see what she sits like. Yeah, nice. Now, it doesn't look too out of scale being that high up, but can you imagine how close to the ground it was with those? That is just absolutely crazy that it came with those. These little things are 1 inch. These ones are nearly 2, they're 2-inch tyres, double the height. Now this is quite good to see, just here. It's actually got the fuel tubing to clamp these shut. Got one for the rudder and one for the elevator. So the first thing I'm going to do is trial fit it. Trial fit it the correct way. So I'm just going to mark these up where the glue goes. Just a bit of light on it. Okay, so now we're going to put some Yoo-hoo pour on that. So I use this Yoo-hoo pour on all my foam, but I'm not using this one. This is a brand new one because I've still got a little bit in this tube. This is going to be on its 12, 13 aircraft plus building after crashes. Great stuff about this is you can use your fingers. Well, that's not staying on there, that's coming out now. That's it. And we just let that go slightly tacky. I don't want it to go too dry, because if it goes too dry it will get jammed as you're pushing it through the slot. Those of you who watch my videos will see how good I am at using epoxy. I can spread epoxy everywhere, especially where I don't want it to go. But this glue is great because you get it on your hands and you just rub them together, it dries and comes off in little flakes. Well, I think that's about enough, to be honest. Let's get it in there before it gets too hard to slide in. Okay, well, there it is. So we'll let this cure for an hour or so, and then we'll come back and we'll put that rudder on. So it's been about an hour, this has been curing, and I think it's pretty much part of the plane now. You can hold it by its tail, and it's perfectly okay. Yeah, right, so what's next? Next we're putting the rudder in. So we should always test fit things. Don't know what I'm doing. There are slots cut out in this. That goes in really nice. So let's get some CA on it and put it in place. Right. So we've just got to leave that to cure. This has been here for at least an hour. Haven't put foam safe CA on it, and look what happens. It's come straight out. So I'm going to use epoxy. So I mixed some epoxy up this time and put that on, but I don't know if it'll hold. And if it, I might drill and plug them as well. Green. Other side. See what I can do. First one, this. Second one, don't do all of them there. That's what an idiot there. That will most definitely stop them come out. There you go, can't move it as it is now. But that needs epoxy in and then clipping off. It's the only way I would feel happy about this. I'm just going to bung a hole up. We're going to leave those like that, and then tomorrow we'll clip all of these off flush with the foam. It's been a good 24 hours. This is one of the cocktail pegs I put in. Here's the second. And here's the third and fourth. The fourth being a mistake. I actually missed the tag for the rudder, so I had to do 2 holes down here. And as you can see, I've snipped them off. The epoxy's dried hard.